can do like 3 loops off of that coming off the runway. That's a lot of loops.
Notably, gun pilot, do you have are you using the active pause while the autopilot is on?
Sorry?
Are you using the autopilot while active pause is on?
No, pause is not on. I don't use the active pause up till I use the pause on the keyboard, but no, it's not on.
Okay. Because that can make your autopilot go haywire.
But if you do happen to, yeah, well, I know that one, because every now and again, especially before, even if everything was going fine, if you just paused and started again, yeah, the autopilot would go funny, and it would continue to go funny.
Yeah.
But no, I hadn't hit the pause at all today when I flew, and it flew for about 5 minutes, okay, then it just killed itself.
I haven't had that issue. Not sure.
No. If that's my worst problem for the day, I'm going to still have an easy day.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm out in front. What am I doing here?
Being out in front, I
Hope
guess.
This isn't a Tolstoy situation. We're going the wrong way. Actually, I think that was my fault.
That was funny.
Where are you at, Tolstoy?
Way off over Wytheville. Off to the side.
No, I hadn't heard from you. I didn't know if you're having supper.
Well, I'm on push to talk for one thing, but
Oh, okay.
I'm also having airplane issues.
Airplane issues.
It's
What's the matter,
minor.
Tolly? Different
It's like
to
I'm
mine.
side slipping,
Oh, nice loop there.
but yeah, I'm working on it.
It's side slipping?
Well, I'm just trying to trim it out.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Up off to your right should be the Planned Correctional Center. Got a little prison over there.
But the food isn't very good.
Could be the Garmin Trent, because also I noticed if I try to center the CDI, center the bug, or to my heading,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
No, that's working for me.
So you got to get rid of those mods, dude. You got to go vanilla.
I go vanilla.
I go vanilla, except for Zany's airport.
Yeah, I do Zany's airport and I do liveries. That's it.
No,
General sim problems, first thing you blame is always mods. Then you blame the Sobo. Then you blame yourself.
I was worried about Zany's airport because I'd loaded it and I flew in, and the next day I had the problem where any Australian airport I clicked on, it just crashed my sim to desktop. Anywhere else in the world was fine. So of course I'm thinking, well, what have I done different? Oh, Zany's airport. But it was, in fact, it was original airport in Australia I loaded months ago, but with the update it corrupted.
Landing gear.
So
Landing gear.
Zany's airport is fine.
I think you're getting hacked by the Russians.
Except for the Key West issue.
Hey, Key West, yeah.
You're distributing some copyrighted scenery with your back.
How long does it take to go from Zany's airport to Key West? Less than 1 minute.
Yeah.
Are you flying a Concorde? No. I'm flying a Cessna 152.
I'm off course. Did you like that photo I sent you today, Popcorn? Of the ramp?
Let me just take a look again.
The winner's ramp. In your DMs.
Oh yeah. So
He's trying to outdo Zany, I think.
Yeah. But that winner's ramp, do you then have to spawn into that, or does he put it always
No,
at the
he's-
end of the trip?
He put it at the end of the trip, and he's got the elevations right, and so the winners actually, they taxi up the ramp, the higher ramp. The losers taxi up the smaller ramp.
Wow.
Yeah, he's done an excellent job to work out elevations and everything.
Wow.
All right, so we are going over the bustling town of Bland, Virginia. I'm not getting.
Bland. Sounds very bland.
Yeah.
Searching for a word there, were you, Gollum?
Yeah, I was trying to think of something other than bland, but there really isn't anything else. So
Well, it starts with
And
B, but it's
Gear.
That highway down
Landing
there that
gear.
goes through
Landing.
Bland and then down through Wytheville goes straight through those mountains, not over, straight through.
a
There
tunnel.
are two mile long tunnels.
Can we fly them?
wanna- Oh,
Fly through a
heck
tunnel?
yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Tunnels.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
I went through those
Landing
a couple of years
gear.
ago on a
Landing gear.
busy traffic
Landing gear.
time period, and if you open your windows, you just about choke to death on the fumes.
Mm.
Ugh.
Don't they have extraction fans and vents?
They do, but they just can't handle it.
No.
When you have 15 or 20 trucks in there,
Whoops, nearly hit a pylon. Didn't see it there.
Yeah. It's a problem in places like China. They have
yeah.
a traffic jam in a tunnel and just people suffocate.
Oh, you want to know the latest? Because China's having a real go at Australia because we're siding with the others. And they've been putting all these tariff bans and import bans. They're now holding up all our coal imports. They're our biggest importer of our coal. They're holding all our coal imports up because of environmental issues with our coal.
It's coal.
It's coal.
How? What? It's
Yeah, it's just a straight. They're trying to force us to bow to them.
Muscle.
We're not doing it.
Yeah, they're flexing their muscle. They're doing that with a lot of
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah. But they've got environmental issues with our coal. Of course, coal's dirty to start with, but then China, it's one big environmental issue.
Go and get some of that clean coal, man.
I was going to say,
Oh,
your government have a lot of
hey.
problems with coal lobbyists and politics anyway.
I don't know if you have the term clean, but we actually have politicians in Parliament
Yeah.
selling, how we should be doing more coal because we've now got clean coal technology.
Say the same crap here.
Clean coal, that's like an oxymoron.
It is an
Yep.
oxymoron,
it
absolutely.
is an oxymoron.
A bit like fun-running military intelligence.
If you explain the energy situation to an 8 to 10-year-old child, they would say, "Yeah, you have to get the energy from the sun and from the wind and from the water. Duh.
Yeah.
The other thing's going to run out. I mean, I don't understand what the problem is."
Well, Australia's got one of the highest percentage of homes in the world that have got solar feeding back into the grid from stuff that I didn't use at home. It's now down to, the government's now knocked that down to 9 cents per kilowatt hour.
Well,
I mean, they're not serious. They're talking about wanting to go green, but then they're taking away the incentive to go green.
Yeah. So wasn't there
And
something like that was-
And to make things worse, then the power companies now want to charge us extra because they're saying that there's so many people pumping power into the grid that they've got to keep on upgrading their infrastructure because it's stressing it. You can't win.
Nope.
I don't know if it was a state in the U.S. or somewhere where they were like putting a tax on electric vehicles because it was taking away from sales of combustion vehicles. I'm like, come on.
Right? No, that was in the papers only 2 days ago here. They're talking something like 2.5 cents per kilometre excise on electric cars because, again, the government's just losing the revenue from the tax.
Pathetic.
Yeah, it is.
Sweden's much smarter than that, aren't they, Zany? Come on now.
Yeah.
Oh
No
no.
McDonald's at airports.
Well, in all airports, but
Looks like that person's been drawn out or riding
Is it
four-wheeler out in their field.
is it actually possible to do a building on your airport with a McDonald's sign on it?
Yeah, he can design it and.
Come on, Sadie, come on.
yeah.
There's probably models
can
online
do
you
it.
can get for free.
It cannot be McDonald's. It could be McDougal's. It can't be
Mate, well,
McDonald's.
Zanies.
We'll all fly in for a morning snack. There you are. You put a McDonald's there and we'll all fly in for a snack.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
So the next world update is the UK.
You know that at a McDonald's in St. John's, Newfoundland, you can get a McLobster?
McLobster.
Yeah.
Huge sign right up on top. McLobster.
Give you McDiarrhea.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a funny one for you guys. In Sydney, and this is true because we have very strict rules about not using your mobile phone while you're driving unless you've got Bluetooth hands-free. If you touch your phone in Victoria, it's $550 fine and 4 points out of 12 before you lose your license. So it's pretty heavy. And guy in Sydney got pinged by a Sydney cop because he was in the driveway of a McDonald's paying for his purchase, and he was paying via his phone. He had his phone in his hand with his car on, and he got pinged. Because he's in control of the car with the ignition on, with the phone in his hand, touching a phone.
Good Lord.
Yeah, you can't even use it, for GPS anything if you're touching it.
Goodness, this thing is as easy to land as the real thing now.
Yeah, I tried to do a cockpit landing, which I hardly ever do. I like to fly external 99% of the time, and actually it worked out really well.
You didn't have Trent's mod in the Caravan before the update? Because Trent's mod made it really nice. It was a bit of a dog without it.
Is that the Z one?
Yeah.
Yes, I've had that in.
Oh,
But
ever since I've had that.
There were still some little quirks. But this aircraft now is exactly like it is in real life.
Well, what it is, CF, it's just, and Zany will testify to this, just the more you fly it, the more you love it. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's true. But
Same thing in real life.
after this update, it's really easy to fly.
I think they've really helped big time with the autopilot too. It seems like when I'm on autopilot,
No, not really. Not really.
Not real. My autopilot's killing me.
Autopilot is still in the hands of working title. Those are the guys who are going to fix it.
me it is running smoother. I swear.
Anything under about 80.
Is that Zany?
Of course it is.
In his jungle juice.
Did you hear it?
Yeah,
Yes.
we heard it. Yeah.
Heard the ring thing.
Oh, what the?
Okay.
What's your drink of choice there, Zany?
Sorry?
What's your drink of choice?
Norrlands Guld.
Yeah, okay, sorry I asked. What's that?
I knew it was going to be something Swedish.
Sorry, I asked. He said.
Is that beer?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Is it the 2%?
Yeah, 2.8.
Yeah, 2.8.
The
Oh, you
gold.
mean it's just pop?
Yeah.
We already went over it, but there's a place called Greenbank, Virginia, West Virginia, right? It was right when we were going north of Roanoke before Blacksburg. It's one of the quietest towns in all of America. You're not allowed to have cell phones and stuff like that. You're not allowed to have anything that puts
They're
off
not
any
Amish.
kind.
They're not Amish, are they?
No, Amish, you weirdo.
Oh, sorry.
Amish.
Amish.
Amish. No, that was funny.
It was
No, listen,
funny.
Hey, Ding Ding, if you think that's funny, you should see me the first time I had to ever try and pronounce Yosemite.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because we have Vegemite, so to me it was Yosemite.
Yeah.
Yosemite.
You won't go down to Yosemite Park
That stuff is really ugly too.
and see some geezers?
In the town that we went over, you're not even allowed to have a microwave. Okay, it's called a
Why?
quiet zone, and the scientists are using that area to listen for exploding galaxies at the edge of the universe, baby.
What?
Wow.
Exploding galaxies?
Yeah, I think there's a big radio telescope
Yeah, man.
there.
Yeah, it's a 13,000 square mile area that limits radio frequencies, and like everybody that lives in the town, you're not allowed to have cell phones and stuff like that. It's crazy. They even have a truck that drives up and down the roads and can tell if you have anything like that, and they get you.
So the truck
The
is
good news,
sending out
only like
more
100
radio waves than anyone with a cell phone.
Maybe. But the
Well,
good news is like only
counterintuitive there.
130 people live there. So.
Oh, yeah, 130 people.
Power
Exploding
lines,
galaxies?
radar. Yeah, man, all the time, baby. It happens every day. Power lines, radar, radio, and spark plugs back then were the biggest source of interference. A very interesting article.
I'm an astronomer, and I've never heard of galaxies exploding. Quasars, maybe.
Maybe
Well,
super-
other stuff
neutron
inside.
stars.
Yeah, other stuff. I mean, it's
Other
from
stuff.
CNN.
You may be
You know, I mean,
exaggerating
come
a
on.
little bit.
No, they're probably simplifying things in this article. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I had it at.
Brent has the pedal to the metal.
Few clouds. There we go. I thought I had put it a few clouds, but then it was like clear sky the whole time.
Yeah, live
I
weather's
thought
nice.
I thought the weather was broken.
I mean, it is, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to try this new one.
the presets.
Yeah, wildfire.
We're not in California.
Holy smokes! It's like busting up the. I'm frozen.
Yeah, it takes a little while for weather to
Yeah.
let it sit for a couple seconds, figure itself out.
Hey, last weird fact about this town, but some people feel like radio waves and cell phones like hurt them and like hurt their body. So some of those people are the people that live there that are trying to escape all the waves from today's society.
Yeah, I think I got the apocalypse right in front of me. The big
There is a-
blast.
Giant monolith
that.
We're here about 250. Off in the distance. I hope that doesn't disappear. I want to go see it.
Oh yeah, this is pretty countryside underneath.
These ridges are beautiful.
Oh, by the way, Trent, just for
Right.
info, I've turned on flight director, I've turned on yaw dampener, I've turned on bank, and I've turned on speed. And guess what? My autopilot is not killing me.
Okay.
Now, I don't normally turn all those things on. I don't normally turn flight director, bank, yaw dampener, or speed on. But by turning all those on, it's behaving itself.
Yeah, but you can't turn left or right.
Oh, the half bank option? I honestly never used
Yeah, the
that.
half bank. Yeah, it basically stops the plane from banking too severely.
Yeah. I don't think that works, but yeah.
Yeah, but by turning those 4 things on, autopilot is for the first time today behaving itself.
I mean, I usually got the yaw damper on.
But you
Straight
can't go
low
inverted.
FD nav and
True. Big.
FLC for climb, vertical speed for descent.
Trent, that is a serious mountain you're headed towards, dude.
I know.
Look at that.
Yeah, I gotta come over and have a look at this
I don't see it.
That's our landing
unless
challenge
it's-
if it stays
on the
corporeal.
top. Yeah, landing challenge
Mother
on the top.
Nature's got a boner.
What?
Bing dinger. You did not just
I
say
get-
that.
I gotta tell you,
Clip that.
I gotta tell you, Pop,
Somebody
You
clip
said
it.
yeah,
Golem, clip it.
Listen,
clip it.
Yeah, even the
Okay.
FCC, you can
Give
say
me
that.
a
I can say
second.
that. That's legal.
Bing Dinger, are you always the life of the party? Oh dear, it's never
A
done.
little bit.
Oh, I love it.
Alright, I'm clipping it.
I see what you're talking about, Trent, but I don't see the whole thing because I'm in a forest fire.
Yeah.
I just see the shadow. I'll probably smack right
Oh,
into it.
It disappeared as soon as I got close. Bugger.
Yeah, because for
Oh
me,
yeah, it does too.
the sun's going right through the
Oh,
right through it.
What a letdown, right?
It's like a
is.
mirage.
oh well, back over to the airport.
Oh yeah, where's the airport?
Over to the left.
Off
Oh,
to your
White
left.
White Oak
It's just
stand.
a
4 mile
scenery
away.
LOD issue.
Oh, and the update's supposed to fix up elevations on buildings. The tallest building in the sim in Melbourne, it's still there. It's a bit smaller, but it's still way out of proportion. Still ridiculous. It's just not quite so skinny and high.
That the one that used to be 35 miles high?
Oh, no, it wasn't 31, but it was the biggest one in the sim. Popcorn seen it. You came over and saw it, didn't you, Popcorn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all.
saw it
I think.
There you go. I clipped it for you.
Yeah, it's
Doing God's work, Golem.
doing God's work.
White Oak Stand.
It's in Twitch chat and community flight chat.
You're a good man.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody else says about you.
She was not supposed to know.
Told my my real son the other day that
Do you have a fake son?
Yeah, it sounded like the context there makes it sound like I'm his fake son.
that's
I
the
gotta tell
point
you-
of the story, Gollum. That's the
I
point
gotta-
of the story. I told my son that I wish that Gollum was my son.
Oh, okay.
I really wanted to break him down. You know what I mean? I really wanted to upset him.
Has he heard Golem?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My stuff's all on speakers. I don't do headphones.
But how do we not hear all your sound around you? You know, the other computer sounds
We
and stuff
push
like
to
that.
talk.
Oh, okay.
I'm like a DJ. You know, I talk a lot, but I do the push to talk. I'm pressing this button like crazy, dude.
I'm liking these grass landings. Whoever planned this one,
Mr.
Winter
Band.
Band.
yeah, done a good job.
Yeah, two cheers.
Yeah, Big Dinger, when you said you talk a lot, I just thought of, I had sent you a message about we got rid of the blue water.
Yeah, I know, that was funny.
This
You
looks like
do
the hill from the Windows XP background. Nice green hill. Does it snow down here? This looks like it would be fun to go tobogganing on.
Oh, we can make it snow.
Even without the snow, you just need some cardboard, dude.
Yep.
Let's,
Cardboard works, Bing Dinger?
Yeah, on something with a bunch of grass, you know, with some dry
Oh,
grass. Just get up
Oh,
the top.
okay. I was going to say on snow it'd get a bit soggy pretty quick.
Yeah.
No. I grew up poor, you know. I'm ultra rich now, as we all know, but I grew up poor. So we used to slide.
As we
down
all
hill.
know.
But we would have to slide down the hill on cardboard. Yeah, man, that was a big deal for us.
Yeah, we have some big sand dunes up north, and people actually slide down those and almost surf down them on plywood.
I've seen that. That looks insane. People like on bodyboards going down it like so fast.
I've grass skied. That's quite interesting. But you can't side slip. Well, you can, but you go over.
This man is in a citation?
Who's that?
This man.
MB 339.
Here's a ramp here. Flick me up. Yep.
That didn't work at all. Dang it.
What were you trying to do, Gollum?
Well, I went into my loop a little too quick and whacked right into the ground.
Oh, straight into the sun now.
All right, this looks like one of the longest legs of this trip here. And
Yeah,
this
124 nautical miles.
is also the leg that's going to get us over the North Carolina line.
We're in
Oh, yeah.
Dinger territory now.
Were they making moonshine?
Well, no, gets us into actually gets us into Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I don't know if we want to stop there, folks.
It's the only 10 I see.
Hey man,
Another dad joke.
Popcorn, you're trying too hard tonight.
Tennessee, Bristol. I love that place. My wife didn't want to camp out at the racetrack, and I didn't want to get a hotel because hotels you'd have to drive in the traffic good probably 20, 30, 40 miles. So we found a condo right across the street. I told my wife the price. She's like, what? I'm like, well, that or we camp or we can go get an RV. But the RV was the same price, but it included food. Or no, it was like maybe no, it was more expensive.
what were you going to do?
NASCAR at Bristol. That was like
That's crazy redneck
yeah,
stuff.
2 years ago. But like my first NASCAR was in Richmond, I think three years ago. And we showed up. We get there. We see the Confederate flags, and we see the beer. Like people are like walking around in like cut off jean shorts and beers in their hands. I'm like, this is not the type of crowd I normally hang out with. But hey, everyone was friendly. It was a good time.
Yeah, they party pretty hardcore, those NASCAR fans from my band.
Yeah.
My buddies tell me a couple guys, they go there and they stay in these big tents, and they're all night crazy and everything.
Well, because you can stay in the parking lot. You can camp the whole weekend, really.
Yeah, I follow a guy that's lives full time in RV, just travels around America, and he quite often goes NASCAR and just camps there for the weekend in his RV.
Yeah. I gotta check to see what the wind is.
It's not very much, but it's really bouncy over the mountains.
I've got I got a snowstorm going on.
I got 2 knots. That's
Oh,
all.
Trent.
25 to 30 knots.
Oh, you're flying
No.
live weather.
Yeah, no.
I got 4 knots.
Yeah, it's 25 to 30 knots headwind in this snowstorm. It's not live weather.
Tennessee, a snowstorm?
Yeah.
Break out the whiskey, Grandma. It's gonna get cold.
If I let you guys hear my girlfriend, you would know what real country sounds like. She is crazy redneck. I mean, like a lot of times when we hang out with my dad and stuff, my dad's non-redneck, you know? And when my girlfriend talks, he's like, yeah. But then he tells me later, he's like, I didn't understand anything she said.
She like Boomhauer.
Boomhauer.
Definitely a female Boomhauer, correct.
Well,
I can translate at this point. I can translate from redneck to normal American, I guess you'd say.
Here's another oxymoron. Normal American.
Ain't it?
All right, come on, man.
You could be outnumbered here.
That's true, though. There's a lot of different accents all over the country.
I love this channel. We're crazy international.
Yeah, you got people overseas, underseas.
Overage, underage.
Yeah, overage,
And
underage.
just down under.
Overage.
Listen, now my girlfriend heard you say NASCAR. Now you done it. No, so who is your favorite NASCAR person? She's already asking.
Kyle Busch.
Who's your man?
Kyle Busch.
Who's your man? You? Oh no, you've just messed
Oh
up.
yeah, Kyle
God,
Busch.
she hates Kyle Busch. She likes his brother, but she hates that guy. It's like a guttural hate. It's real bad.
Is he good? Is he?
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's so good. That's the problem. I think-
Busch?
Well, because the thing is he runs in NASCAR, but over the last several years, he's still racing in the second tier series and in the third tier series, where people are moving up into the Cup series. So and he wins in those series.
She said he only won one race this season. He sucks.
Yeah, well, he's the champ.
No, I thought he was good too. Whenever I see them race, he seems like he's the winner. I don't know, man. She likes Kevin Harvick.
Kevin Harvick. He's retired.
I don't know. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, he's retired. Or close to it. But one guy I really like is Clint Boyer. Because the first time I ever saw him was Richmond. They had a fireside chat kind of thing. And Ryan Blaney has a a podcast called something a case of
パート3に続きます。
I forget what it was, but it